here we are. First Vlogs podcast.
Awesome.
Something different for the boys for once, but look, this is just a bit of fun between a group of social golfers, and we're just looking to have a bit of fun between ourselves, and we've got a pretty decent group now, so it's to give a bit of an update for those that don't get to play or see each other each week. But look, we are hopeful that maybe a few people that enjoy the game as well can get around this idea, and maybe they'll take something from this and see that like you can sort of form a bit of a group and like make a bit of fun of it.
100%.
So this will be episode 1. We're just going to see how it goes, but we've decided to name the first episode Bags Off the Bus.
There's 0 bags on the bus.
Yeah, we definitely got all our bags off the bus. So we're going to kick it off by probably just going to Chorby, and like Ray obviously is an early member of the Vlogs group, but we just wanted to sort of let everyone know about like how this group started and what happened at the start, Chorb, and like how did it, who was around at the start and what made you sort of make it what it is now?
Yeah, so it was September of 2020, obviously the COVID year. We all took up golf. There wasn't much else to do. Plus we were all getting a little bit older, so we couldn't really play footy anymore. So yeah, September 2020, there was 4 of us. There was Jeb Hardy, Adam Bartholomew, Cameron French, and myself. I started the group. It's named Golflogs, just throwaway comment. That's stuck, thankfully. But the 4 of us were all members at Aberdeen golf course, so we all played together quite regularly. And then a couple of weeks into it, Joseph Chandler got his handicap, so he joined. And then another couple of weeks later, Geordie actually started another group chat called Whack Fuck Golf. And that kept going for about a year, the Whack Fuck Golf chat. And then we basically, but as soon as he started that, we added him and Ray into the Golflogs as well. And yeah, so that's 8 people, 7-8 people, and from there it's blown to over 30 now, which is really good. Frenchie left because he stayed at Aberdeen. We all sort of moved down here to Muswellbrook, so we not played with him as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've just been playing with each other round after round. Yeah, since for the last 4 years, entering into the 5th year now. So it's been really good, mate. We've done 3 trips. First trip we done was Geordie, Jeb, and myself. Ray tagged along for a day. Bart tagged along for a day. We went down to the Crown, Hunter Valley. We stayed there for 2 nights. We played 3 rounds, Cypress Lakes, Crown, and the Vintage. And then the following year, that was 2021, and the following year, 22, we did a Nelson Bay trip. We did the same thing. It was 2 nights, 3 days.
Yep.
That was really good. And then, of course, the trip that we all had just completed up at the Gold Coast for a week. That was 7 nights.
6 nights for most, and then I think like the 3 of us stayed the extra night.
So
It was a bit of a marathon, wasn't it?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Marathon. Golf is exercise. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, mate, it is.
Mental and physical.
Yeah. So how was it, like, Ray? Like, obviously, you came in just after these boys had started this. You and Geordie had the little thing going with the other group.
Yeah, it was kind of easy as, like, I started golf purely for, drinking since I came up in Muswellbrook in 2019 or 18 and didn't have much of a group. It was just me and Henry. My cousin Henry. We played every time we got a chance, just come down, drink some beers and hit some balls. And then after a while, Henry was working at the pub, so he was getting connections around, and obviously knew Blake's prior, didn't even know. So I met a lot of these boys through my cousin Henry. And then then they were just saying, like, we'll make this group chat, and if you ever want to play golf, just throw a message in. These guys will do, and they convinced me to get a handicap. Just looked, it was 2021, the first reported handicap got thrown through, and since then it's just been growing, finding new people. Now I've been in Muswellbrook for, you did the math from 2009.
6 years?
6
years,
yeah. And it's just forever growing, and it's good now. Just all these above average golfers and below average golfers, there's a market to hit with, like, you can throw a message in and you'll play with, like, I freaking enjoyed myself with playing with Gemmo
Yeah.
just a different look on golf. Like he's chill as, but decent golfer, and then you can play with people like myself.
It's cool, hey, because like I came in like real late. Like I've probably only been in for a little bit over 12 months now, and I came in because I played one weekend with like Brian, and he was like, "Oh, let's go for like a midweek hit," and I was like, "Yeah, sweet, like let's do that." I was on parental leave, I think, and he bailed on me like just before midnight.
Oh, no.
I didn't see the message. Woke up the next morning, card on, straight down here, got my phone out. I was like, oh, he's bailed on me, and then like kept scrolling through his messages. He's like, oh, Jeb's gonna come and play with you, and I was like, God, like I've never played with Jeb,
Yeah.
and this was like peak, like all the rumours about Jeb being like a bit of a cheat and all that, and I was like, so like I'd never met the bloke, never played with him, and so I had no idea, and I was like, oh, you know what, whatever, like let's. And I honestly had the best day with him. Like
Yeah.
we both played pretty good golf, and then like that arvo, I think Jeb added me to the group.
Yeah.
I was like, how cool's this? Like, bang, straight in. 3 or 4 weeks later, the word went out about a golf trip, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
That's another good thing as well, is it's killing all those stigmas around golf. Like, you know, you see someone, you play with them, or you've seen them play, and you think he's not that handicapped. When you play with him, it's like, oh, he's a good bloke and can hit a ball. Has his bad days, has his good days, just like everyone.
That's exactly right.
I remember the first time I had a game with David, and it was me, I think Geordie, David, and some other person. And through the game, like the thing David was telling, like I went to do so, I think I put my club in the bunker, like to get in. He's like, you can't do that. I was like, do what? I got in the bunker. I hit the ball in the bunker. I'm allowed to, but he was just like, oh, you know, you're not playing Jeb's rules. Like, because I was around that same stigma.
Oh, God.
Yeah, around the same stigma. Now it's just evolved from then, and it's just not, like, it's killing that stigma having all these fellas get together.
Yeah, but like I'd literally like stick up for Jeb now, because like I played with him the last 2 days, like yesterday and Wednesday, and it's like he's such an honest golfer, hey.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
And like he's true to the game, and it's so good to see. Like, and like so, I'd kill whatever anyone said about him now. Like,
and you're only hurting yourself, really, if you cheat.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
100%.
It's stupid. But I think what it was because we were only had the 4 or the 5 or the 6 or the 7, whatever at the start. So it was only, we all had matching shirts. And so
Yeah,
everyone
that
was
freaking
just like,
one of the first like Mossbrook Opens, they were like, all of us like had a decent game, and then there was just reports about the guys in the green shirt, like, you know, they're holding us up. How convenient that all 4 people were in the same shirt and playing good golf.
I think I cut one competition. I came second in B grade on 35 points, and they were basically cheated to get 35 points.
And I'll put it on record. If there's a golfer out there that hasn't looked at the putt and just given it to themselves, lies. Remember Astrid rules? They were my favourite. I was like, yeah, if it was within the size of a newborn baby, it was a gimme. Astrid rules. But like, golf is fun. Like, I don't understand why people are out there trying to, I don't know, poo on others.
Yeah.
I guess because they want that $45 voucher so they can pay next round.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a funny game, hey. Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you're playing against yourself in a competition with other guys playing against themselves.
That's it.
That's all it is.
The
and
battle
like,
is the handicap.
that's right. At the end of the day, all you want to do is have the lowest handicap you can yourself, and then each week you're just trying to play or
And
beat
I've
that.
learned you don't even want that anymore. 18 handicap's pretty good.
Ask Jemison about that. He's off 1 now, like, and he's probably hating himself, but he just loves the game, like. But that's so good, hey. Like, literally, you have started as a group of 4 blokes, and what do you got now? Like 30.
Yeah, over 30. Yeah,
And like,
it's crazy.
there's still like so many people. Like, I don't even know a face to the name.
Yeah,
Some
it's
of
just
them. Yeah,
still
So
growing.
like we were talking about it today, playing like with Gemmo, Logan, and and Zach. Like, and I was like, Zach's going, oh, what's this match play thing you're talking about? I was like, dude, it was in the chat, and he goes, I've been in Vegas, and I was like, oh, hey, you're in Vegas, you're in Vegas, mate. Do not worry about the match play. You will get in on the next one. And he goes, right. He goes, I just thought you all plucked names and I got forgotten, and I was like, no.
You had to say yes.
Yeah, I was like, there was a
Hand
poll.
up accountability.
It was $10 ahead.
That's right. I was like, there was
anyone who didn't want to put in
there was a poll, and he goes, when was that? And I was like, oh, I don't know, been under a week. Oh, yeah, I was in Vegas. I was like, yeah, just chill. You?
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, that's another thing, hey, like, it's just another way of playing golf. Like,
Yeah.
some blokes probably a bit standoffish around like pennants and that are in the group.
Remember, like, it was that golf, what is it, golf advice league, whatever that.
Yeah.
See, and we had the two golf flog teams went in that. Like, now that we've got a big enough group, we don't even have to outsource. Like, just throw in who wants a match play?
That's
bunch
right.
of hands go up. Yeah.
Set our own rules, set our own limits. Like, we don't have to
But, like,
abide by anyone else.
Honestly, I think you'd get the same amount of people even if you said it's not for money.
Yeah.
Just play. Because like
it.
$10 is nothing to most people these days. So it's more just you don't know who you're going to be playing against, and like you're going to meet someone. And like, look at say Geordie and I yesterday. We went and played at Go Waters, 2-hour drive away.
Yeah.
Like, how cool is that?
That
Like,
is cool.
You don't even have to just come and play in town.
Yeah, I don't think I've, like, my rounds against Aiden, I don't think I've ever played with him yet or been around him. But like, I've met him a few times because we tried to start up a clothing line.
A clothing line.
Yeah, it was like made those shirts and stuff, and now we've organised the game, I think, end of this month or next month.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And there's no deadlines, that's the freaking best.
Yeah, that is good.
Just don't take the piss.
Yeah.
But what's the vision for the group, you reckon? Sure.
Just keep growing the way that it is. I think it's a really good path that it's taking. We do have mainly people that we knew. Like, the only two people that I haven't known prior to adding them was Worms and Aiden.
Yep.
That was the only two people, but they played obviously with people in the group. And then got added, which is absolutely perfectly fine.
Do you think there's like probably like a limit on how many people would be too much for the group?
I think there is.
We did run into that because there's been a few Golflog chats. There was the Golflog of like throw a message in, see who answers for a game, but then we were realising that there was roughly 5 out of like 17 odd people that were just talking in the chat, and then it got filled with clutter. So then we're like, let's make a Golflog event page where you just like, who wants a game, and then the other one can just be for where you send your links and all that clutter stuff.
I definitely think if it grows to a point that we'd be better off as a we could still have the group chat, no worries, but that'll be more of a shit chat type of scenario, and then have the
it's the
page.
same, even like when we go on these trips and stuff now, like just
like that's I mentioned that to Jeb yesterday, like because he was like, I was so jealous, like because obviously like he hadn't missed a trip yet.
Yeah.
He said like I couldn't bear to just have the chat open in case I seen something that just destroyed me. And I was like, look, that's totally fair. And I was like, you know what? Like we all had the same chat when we got there, and we all got Snapchat for those that didn't already have it, and added each other, and then we had a group on Snapchat. So I was like, a lot of the banter and the mental health updates. The worms still lives by.
Unofficial word.
You're like, you know what? Like, and I said to him, I was like, we tried to keep as much of that out of there because I was like,
Don't want to.
we just were talking crap.
Yeah, it was.
And like, so.
We didn't want to flood them, but we wanted to make them jealous at the same time.
Yeah, that's
Add
right.
Little bits and pieces in there so that they definitely come on the next one.
Yeah, for sure.
It's on to bigger and better things with the group, with the trips, I think.
Yeah.
That's another. It's a hobby turned. Like it just makes the hobby a bit more. Like you put more effort into it. Like, and there's like these golf trips. Like there's more people. It becomes, I guess, cheaper for most, and you get more bang for your buck. And more the merrier.
With the golf trips, I'm hoping to do probably one small one a year and then one large one a year.
I literally was on the phone to Dave the Sarvi because I just wanted to touch base with him and see where he was at with this whole Tassie thing, because I was like, it's been playing on my mind. I'm like, this is going to end up blowing out big time. It's going to be too long. It's going to be too expensive. I was like, Dave probably needs to just think that maybe we're going to drop some numbers, like, and then it's going to be even more expensive, and then you might drop a few more numbers. I was like, you want to make it appealing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
and everyone has different living like requirements and
100%.
standards and stuff. So if you just make another Nelson's Bay, Horizon, like up the Hunter Valley somewhere.
Yeah, and that's what Jeb and I were saying.
Interstate trips.
Yeah, and literally just say Friday, Saturday night, come home Sunday.
Yeah.
That way you're not away from your
100%.
kids, you're not away from your
Yeah,
missus.
like that's more appealing in my terms. I said it on the golf trip, like who was keen on the next big trip. I just said it's just too long away from my family. It's a young family.
We do all, like, I remember you saying that, and like it sort of probably hit me a little bit too, because I was just,
a few Jemison dries.
Jemmy dries, and poor Ray just flooded it. I've been hanging on to this for 4 days.
Everyone hands up.
No, I hate yours.
But no, it was a good point. I think it touched like everyone there, like even if they had kids, didn't have kids, were single, whatever. Like it was a big week,
and
definitely
it opens that brain bracket as well. So if you do, like as David's already trying to incorporate the families on that Tasmania's trip.
Yeah.
But I talked to like my partner about it, and she's like, I want to go to Tasmania for like one of our first big holidays. And I was like, that's fair. Tasmania's cold.
Yeah.
It's down.
We want to go up.
We want to go in January. But I quite like the idea you posted where basically break it into 2 halves, and then people can either do the first half, the second half, or the whole thing.
lot.
Yeah.
I quite like that idea. So, but there is options that we could do.
Yeah, for sure.
There is exactly
That's another
like
great
you said,
for
Friday, Saturday, drive down Friday, stay Friday night, Saturday night. The Kiama Wollongong area, they have beautiful golf courses.
Yeah,
I'd love to do a sunny coast one. Like I had a memory pop up on my Snapchat, Mangrove Mountain, all up in that. Even like my nan was telling me, weirdly enough, Hawkesbury area.
Yeah,
they have fucking great courses.
Yeah, there's courses everywhere. Like, and like a lot of people, like apart from Dave, because he's well cultured and travelled the whole world and seen every centimetre of every bit of land and water and there is to see. That's a joke.
every inch.
But like a lot of people, a lot of people that have like been playing golf get bogged down in the one course and then just play like the odd game here or there. Like you get better by travelling and playing golf.
Yeah,
honestly, like, and then
can confirm I'm back in form.
Yeah, that's it. Like, and you go away for like the Gold Coast week. Yes, heavily influenced by other alcohol and whatever, and no sleep. But you go away, you slug it out on a tough track. You come back to what you know.
Makes it 10 times easier.
The confidence and like what you know just comes straight back, and then you can go away again and play better at those courses again.
Definitely.
It also makes you appreciate or unappreciate. Like I came back here and I walked and played the best golf I played in almost a year.
Yeah.
I've walked forever now, basically. But fucking Muswellbrook's so long compared to so many courses when you go elsewhere.
Mate, it is 100%. And people don't realise that. We're all used to it now, though.
Yeah, I didn't even think like how long it was until I can't even remember what course it was, but when I was playing with Gemma, Geordie, someone else. But yeah, there was like 4 drivable par 4s if you're playing good golf.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. But like you think about it, like we are at a long track here. Like how many par 5s can you confidently say that each round you're a chance of hitting it?
None.
No. There is none. Like
it was only a few months ago. This one, Jeb freaking did 2 drivers off the deck, and that's the first time I've seen someone go past the green.
Yeah.
First time, and I've played for almost 7 years now.
Yeah, but like back on what you're saying about like them shorter trips, I think that's so attractive.
That's eye catching, and then they get the taste for like having a big one.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably something that maybe turned me away from another big one. Was I did one small trip before and I loved it.
And that's the thing.
And then went straight into a big one. I was like, this is too much time. So somewhere in between, not as much golf every day.
One small one a year and then one big one a year. But if
you
still have the 2 a year, then you can choose to do.
And then you still have people mixing and matching. I haven't seen you before. Haven't played golf with you before. Now we're on a trip.
It was like,
that was the first.
That bloke's going on that one. I ain't going on that one. I don't think that group's like this though. Honestly, like this.
I have to go on the shortest one because I have to retain my MVP title. Oh. 2 from 2.
He couldn't do another 6 nights.
But I can do one day.
That's what I'm hearing. But like I was telling you, I think when we're up on the GC, like I was saying, I go on that beverage invitational, like with. And it literally, one of my friends that I used to play with, Pete Ryan, I think you remember him?
I know the name.
Nice redheaded fella I was always playing with. I went halves with him in a cart and then he decided he was going to sell up, travel Australia. And anyway, like his family, his stepdad, they're brothers. They started Beverage Invitational. So every year they get 24 blokes or places for 24 blokes to do a Friday, Saturday night, and they play Friday. So you leave early Friday. You got Saturday off, and then you watch the Caulfield Cup at the pub or club.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Let's go.
Everyone's going to Beveridge, and like they all get on the piss, and then like everyone's hungover on Sunday. You play early Sunday, and then everyone's got time to drive home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like I think they've done one Gold Coast trip, which I don't know how that all panned out, but that was years ago. But like I've been to Foster, I've been to Foster twice now, and then been down like the Central Coast, and like it's good.
Yes.
And literally all you're taking is probably maybe the Friday and the Monday off, just to like you got to take the Friday off, and then your Monday to recover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's sick. I love it.
It is good.
Did 8 of them a
short
year.
trips are very good.
Yeah. So like on the golf trip thing, how good was the Gold Coast?
It was so good. The Gold Coast was, and we'll get into the party side of things later. But
I reckon we just leave that completely.
I looked into it. 4 out of the 6 courses we played are in the top 100
Of Australia.
Of Australia.
That's so good, huh?
Even
That's
ones
wild.
like Lakelands is in there, which was so surprising. I
That
didn't
was
think it
surprising. That
Yeah,
gave me-
wow.
Yeah.
Lakelands was Musselbrook vibes for me. Like,
A little
well,
bit
like
tougher.
just everything
Just
was just
so
firm,
easy.
dry. Yeah, firm, dry.
And he scored
Well, I
52 points.
I was 3 from 4 par 3s, green in red. So stand back. That 4th one was a wipe.
I remember that because we were the group in front of you.
Yeah, and I was pin seeking for a bit.
It was like literally
I'd
turn back
still
every time.
22
It was
points.
just Ray bang.
I lost his phone.
That's right. He's like, I'm gonna leave his phone here.
Okay.
Surely
start
they'll see it.
First night, no golf included. Phone, wallet, slides.
Who was that? Oh,
Phone,
yeah.
wallet.
I was about to leave.
Shouldn't have
into
gone
that.
to the beach.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the golf.
No.
Well, we go day by day.
Yeah, you
The
lost
day
your phone and
before.
thought, frig, I need someone in my basket.
But I yelled out to you and I said,
Yeah.
"Hey," and it pointed and you were like, help, yeah.
I honestly thought you were just yelling nonsense because I was like, hit a good shot and I went, sure, I'm on.
He literally turned to me and goes, "Oi, you think you'll see that there?" And I was like, "Where'd you leave it?" He goes, "Didn't you see me put it down?" I was like, "Where is it?"
On the
And I
stone,
go,
right.
"Mate, he's never going to see that."
But Poe did.
Yeah.
The
And then
group
you said,
after.
Yeah, the group after me, like, we've
You
got
said,
him.
did you see
as soon
him
as
the-
we rang him, we've got his phone.
And then you said, did you see it in the chat? Nah, I didn't have my phone.
Oh, so
Hopefully
good.
one of your playing partners did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
dear.
But the golf.
The golf.
Golf. What was the
golf.
first one we played? Was that?
That was
Uh,
Lakelands.
No, it was.
No,
Lakelands?
first one was Lakelands.
Yeah, right.
Because this man here won.
I did.
I think you won with 35 points too, didn't you?
Yes.
Great golf.
That was a bit of a flavour of the week. 35-point wins.
I think my first 2 days were good. So I played 35 points at Lakelands, and then
Water.
Brookwater with Dave and the Ambrose. We won that off the
Brookwater.
stick. Brookwater was so good, hey?
That's
So tough.
Mate, that was my pick.
I was going into
Yeah.
that trip fearing because any hole here, because of how inconsistent the green are, I am 4 metres short or 4 metres long.
Yeah.
Terrified of putting. And then, come to Brookwater, my putting was on. I was like, putting's easy when it's consistent.
Yeah, it is. It makes a difference.
Brookwater and Lynx Hope were, and also Royal Pines were like my 3 favourite courses.
Yeah,
of those.
that's what I said. Because I think we got back on the first day, and we're watching. Oh no, wait, was that the correct order of the courses?
Yeah, Lakelands was definitely first.
Was Brookwater definitely
Second.
second?
Yeah.
God, it's such a blur.
Yeah, there's a course that I can't remember.
It'd be Palm Meadows.
Because I didn't have anything for Lakelands and I didn't have a phone for Brookwater.
Uh,
I had wallet and slides
Yours
for
is
Brookwater because I
yours
bought
is
my
an easy.
shoes.
You have
That's right.
foundations
Yeah.
to remember that golf trip. I did not.
But and then the third day would have been Palm Meadows. Is that right?
Yep, and I won.
Oh, God, yeah,
35
so you're
points.
never going to forget that.
35 points, mate.
And then we don't have to talk about the rest of the week because Worms just clean slate the rest of the week.
What was the course we did our match play on?
Lynx Hope Island.
Was that Links?
Yeah.
See, I've got, for some reason I split them up into 2 of like played Links. Like I played that like as good as I could.
There was
And
something.
then
Did you play each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
and it was last hole.
Last hole.
Technically, you should have won with the second last hole, but you get like it was one of the holes, and I just went up to the ball, and I was like, you said it as I've like just like kind of tried to tap it in. You went, oh, this is for a square, and I like fucking booted
And I
the
give,
ball.
and I give it to it.
Yeah, you're like you're still
So
playing
I was-
match play, and I was like, yes,
Yeah.
there's 2 games to be played here.
That's so good.
That was on about hole 7 or 6
Yeah.
or 7, I think.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Links was if the back 9 was a par 5 course, I would have been even,
Yeah.
except for the last 2 holes.
Yeah, and then so what do we have after that? We had Links Hope for
There was
the
something in between Meadows and Links, I swear. Grange. The Grange?
Nah.
The Grove?
I think we're better off just looking at it because Glades was the last day.
Glades was the last day, yep,
That's
sorry.
what I'm saying.
Don't remember much of that because I didn't play. I slept in the golf cart.
Was yeah.
And had to
That day I really gave up on my
manhandle
golf.
worms. Yeah, you went from the earthworm to the glowworm.
Oh, that's so good.
What a crack up.
Right, so we literally had, you were right, Lakelands, Brookwater, Palm Meadows, we were good, and then we had Links Hope,
And then Royal Pines.
Royal Pines, that's
Yeah.
right, and then we had Glades the last day. But look, overall, I think like for
They
six,
were 6.
like I think
Awesome.
Palm Meadows was a little bit of a disappointment for me. I think like
It was probably the least up there of the courses, but
Well,
that's
because
probably
we
why I
were
played well.
like going up on this like started Lakelands, whatever,
Yeah.
and like we were just going on this incline, and then it felt like Palm Meadows was a bit of a
yeah, I think it like I think Gemmo said it actually. He was like back in the day, it was probably right up there. But with everything so good around it,
yeah. Didn't they talk about like turn into like a public course? Like that's what it felt like. It
yeah,
just felt like the
yeah,
easy go get a public.
There was still obviously the resort style and the people that lived on the course.
that's right.
but it was
And like,
like
and you
lower.
get that too. Like you take Crown for instance, like resort style courses, they're just getting high traffic.
They are.
Like,
They are.
I mean, we're all like
It'd be
pretty
rough.
casual golfers ourselves, but like you're getting guys that don't play ever.
That's right.
And then like no divot repair and,
No.
and like
Oh yes,
No
some of the
sand.
greens looked like they were tagged.
no
by-
sand on
No
the
sand.
like and hitting like multiple balls into a green if they hit a bad shot and
Yes.
it's just like and that just builds up and
It
like
does.
and I think that was Palm Meadows.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So they sell it as you come with the family, and then on the Sunday, the husband can go out and play a game.
Yeah,
of golf.
that's right.
And he's never played a game of golf in his life.
But what about obviously the golf was not the priority on the trip.
No, the partying was
Took a firm
Next
grip
to
of
it.
the wheels.
was 50-50. Come on, you got to say the
Oh,
golf.
There was a few days where I was happily to skip golf and keep tracking.
I think we went to bed early one night, didn't we?
The last one to get home. No, yeah.
No, I think the second night I literally I think I slept for a good 10.5 hours. The
Oh
second
yeah, we
night.
both did. We
You all
freaking
did.
we did the best thing on the first night.
I literally didn't think I was going to be able to keep going for the rest of the week. Walked straight in, full intentions to just have a shower, get changed, flopped on the bed, gone.
Yeah, I was the best thing I could have done that whole trip. Was
Yeah.
sleep that night.
But it was good, hey. Like we had a weird mix of blokes. Like you had a couple of younger fellas, a couple of
Yeah.
older fellas, a couple of guys that liked to party, a couple of guys that just happy to have a few beers and chill.
Dinner and go home.
But like literally, it was so good. Like I don't think anyone clashed. Like we had a bit of the banter and the
Definitely.
like
Yeah.
shit talk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the banter was so good, hey. Like and. I don't know.
I remember there was one. It must have been at Royal, but I took a stab at David for his golf swing, just because I've been like, it's intriguing to see how people have their different golf swings and they can still hit a ball pure. And I was like,
He would have hated that.
Yeah, I'm going to take a swing at trying to hit one of Dave's shots, and I'm just like spit the big
Matthew
swoop.
Wolf,
Yeah.
Jim
Jim
style.
Buick
Yeah.
style.
I was talking about the signatures, like if they had a tracker on your golf
Oh,
club,
God.
they would be just a big D.
D for Dave.
And as I did that, I stuffed it. And,
D for
you know, it was
David.
13 points through 13 holes, and Dave was one over.
That's so
Well,
good.
that's probably another thing that needs to be touched on. There was boys on that trip that played golf on the way up. So
Yeah,
they
no.
Clay was
180
11
holes of golf.
Yeah, 11 courses through 10 days or something.
Logan
Yeah.
takes the
He
cake
does take the
because
cake.
he drove. And like he literally drove for a week before he got up there,
He
and
played
and
6 or 7
yeah, he
courses.
played 6 or 7 before we even got there. So
That's too much.
his plan was to drive back the coast road and do the same again. And he literally left after the Glades and said to me,
I'm canning it.
"Mate, I'm not playing another round of golf again."
Because he was meant to play at not Sanctuary. What's the other good one along the way? It starts with a B. Bonneville.
Bonneville, yes,
Bonneville, yeah. And he
Played
just
that
said,
on the
"Nah,
sim,
I'm
yeah.
canning it."
in the sim,
Yeah.
and got
That counts.
destroyed.
No, that's when I developed a draw. Could never. And then we went on the golf trip, and I lost roughly 50 odd Pro V1s.
The whole trip.
The whole 3 days of
5
2
kilos.
days of 3 days of golf or 2 days.
You should have won the Golden Retriever.
Yeah, no, that was on the second golf trip.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
And I was coming into this golf trip petrified of how many balls I was going to lose, but I only lost like 4.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I lost about 10. I think.
That's why you're the MVP, mate.
Yeah,
It was only on course
yeah, only
attributes.
yeah, nothing off.
But yeah, look, I think as a whole, this group is a good thing, and like I think there's
The
a lot
potential of it all is it's just where it goes with it. As I was saying on the car ride here, the thing we struggled with when we were trying to kick off certain things and filming on that longest day of golf was we're struggling to find someone that was just going to grab it and say follow me, and then you've come in, we're setting up this podcast. It's just having someone with their hands on it saying let's. Who's keen?
Yeah, there was a lot of alcohol involved in this podcast coming up.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I didn't think it was going to happen. Here we are.
nah, mate, it's always going to happen. Just like the spreadsheets, they're going to be late, but they're going to be there.
They'll be mastered in the end.
That's
All
right.
just
Like
give us a chance.
I've been telling people, this episode will be released on Sunday, and like it'll be all
Yeah.
sorted. But
But that's
I didn't
all
say which Sunday it's going to be.
Like
So-
it can be what it is now for the rest of its time and just have people come and go. Or
Yeah.
as what you're doing is just opening the windows for more.
100%. Like I'm
things.
keen to just do this, even if
If
it
you go
stays.
for 103 episodes or 2.
Well, I don't care if it goes for 103. Like I'm keen to just do this, and like if I'm going to come in and run like each episode just to talk to guys in this group, I'm going to meet probably like 8 guys that I've never even spoken to or seen before. Like that
Come
to
sit
me is
front-
cool.
Yeah, come sit in
It
front of
is.
this camera.
Yeah, it's like, and honestly, like there's a lot more to talk about. Like we've touched on like literally two things, and look, we've been like it's just been so good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good to pick the brains of like say Gemmo and Dave, and like I don't want to pick Brian's brain because
No.
that's a dark.
It's
Dark heavy.
I don't think he's
We're going to have to break that
brain's
into
out
2
there,
episodes.
yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's cool. Like, because
It is so
Brian loves the game. He's so invested in it, and like, so's everyone. But it's like everyone sees it differently.
Yeah,
And you got your
100%.
larrikins, like your Rocks and your Lincolns and those.
And yeah, your
I didn't even-
Geordies and all.
Geordies.
Yeah.
I didn't know Lincoln was in the chat until a few, like his last little.
Yeah, for the loudest bloke in the world
I didn't
to
even
never say a word in the chat.
Freaking Lincoln. Like, we were down at the pub that Friday night after the golf trip, and he came up to me. He was like, "Raymond, when are we playing golf together?"
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
cool.
You put a date in, and I'll be there. And now I've seen him in the chat. I can just be like, "Lincoln, hello, come here."
That's cool. But I reckon, honestly, like I reckon we'll wrap it up at that because this has been good.
Yeah, 100%.
We've had founder of the group and the
Real MVP.
real MVP from the Gold Coast trip.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. Like I'm so glad I'm a part of this, and like I think a lot of people will be, especially in the group, will be keen to be like, what are these boys? What have they been talking about? And like
100%, yeah.
there'll be a few little giggles and whatever, and like
I'm sure we've said a few things where they'll be like, "I want to be on the next one."
yeah, or they're going to be like, I don't want to be asked any questions at all. But look, I think look, I want to say it's a safe place, but this is going straight onto YouTube, and it's not. But look, it's been good, boys, and I really appreciate you coming down for a chat.
It's been awesome.
But we'll see what happens, and we'll move on to the next one.
Catch the ball and run.
Good on you.
Loved it, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll probably be back, I reckon, in a week or so. By the time I line up the next
For all the
victims.
followers out there, let us know in the comments.
Drop a like, a follow, and be sure to subscribe.
Hit up good. We're ready for a match.
30 v6.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be fair as.
And they've got to come to Musselbrook.
Yes.
Don't worry, we'll banter our own team.
And then Royal Rumble after the game.
That's right. All right. Peace out. See you later. Good stuff, boys. That was fucking cool.
It feels just a good feeling. As I just